Both sides of US politics are gearing up for what could be a blockbuster hearing after former special counsel Robert Mueller agreed to appear before Congress. Democrats have been pushing for Mr Mueller to answer questions about his report into Russian election interference and allegations of obstruction by President Trump, but Republicans have some queries of their own.
Good morning,
Special Counsel Robert Mueller once again in the spotlight, even if just last month he said this.
Now, I hope and expect this to be the only time that I will speak to you in this manner.
Not so fast, says Congress, which has subpoenaed Mueller, and he has agreed to show up in 3 weeks and testify in public about his report on Russian election interference, and more importantly for Democrats, whether President Trump obstructed justice in the investigation.
We have fact questions about some of the statements that are made in the report, so there are any number of issues that we wish to cover with him.
The president had what appeared to be a two-word reaction on Twitter: presidential harassment. But one member of his legal team seemed to almost welcome it.
We're not concerned about Bob Mueller testifying. I think he's going to stick to his report, and he'll have questions he's going to have to answer regarding this investigation.
Because Republicans will want to know more about the origins of the Russia probe and whether members of Mueller's team were biased.
Bob Mueller better be prepared, because I can tell you he will be cross-examined for the first time, and the American people will start to see the flaws in his report.
And speaking in the past hour on Fox Business, President Trump has responded to the news Mr Mueller will testify. He repeated claims that the Mueller report found no wrongdoing on his behalf.
It never ends. We had no obstruction. We had no collusion. We had a report that was, considering it 18 people that hated Donald Trump, and you had Mueller that obviously was not a Trump fan. It's hard to have obstruction when you have no crime. We can also add that. He didn't rule on that basis. He just ruled on it that there was no obstruction. But you had no event. You didn't have crime. You had crime on the other side.